Hello, I'm Faye Schultz from Miss Lacy's, and this is going to be our first recipe for our series that we're doing. And today I'm doing something that's going to be easy to fix, and you can teach your children how to do this. But we're going to make hobo dinners, and we're going to cook actually for a family of 4. And so what I have here is 1.5 pounds of ground hamburger. Okay, and then I have potatoes, I have zucchini, I have squash, I have carrots, I have onions, seasoning, and we'll go from there. But I'm going to take you step by step in something that you can make in 10 minutes, have it, put it in the oven. You can make it in the morning before you go to work, stick it in the refrigerator, have it in your tin foil, pop it in the oven when you get home, and you'll be ready to go. So first I am going to get some tin foil. And I'm going to generously have, probably, this is extra heavy duty, and it's what I like. So I'm going to get 4 pieces of tin foil. Okay, all right. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the shiny side down. Okay, and what I really like to do is spray the tin foil a little bit, so I'm gonna have to get that out of my cabinet. And I like to use either canola oil or olive oil for spray, so I'm gonna spray a little bit of the olive oil on my tin foil. Okay. And so next what we're going to do is we've got the hamburger, and so I'm going to patty it up into 4 patties, and we're going to put it on the tin foil. And I have washed my hands really good, and just making sure that everything is incorporated really good. And I actually just like to eyeball it, but the quicker you can do it, I'm not one that just basically comes in and just messes with it a lot. Just do it. Okay, so we have 1 hamburger. Okay, we're gonna have 2. And if you need to press it down on here, you can do that also. Any way that's good for you, you can do it. Okay. I think we have enough for 4. Now I made some this morning, and I did 2 just for my husband and myself, and that's easy to do just for 2. And I have my Boston t-shirt on today. I went to Boston during COVID because we couldn't go out of the United States. And so I decided I'm going to wear a different t-shirt or a different shirt for whatever. Okay, so we have one other one, and this is our last one. And of course, if I was at the restaurant, I would be using gloves. But when I'm home doing it for my family, I just use my hands, just make sure I wash them really good and sanitize them really good. Okay? All right, so now what we're going to do now is just assemble everything on these tin foil pieces. I'm going to season the hamburger. I put a little bit of salt on it a while ago, earlier. But what I'm going to do, I have a little bit of salt and pepper, and I use some Johnny seasoning. It's something that I've been using for years and years, and I'm going to mix it up together, and I'm going to put a little bit on each patty. Okay, and then I'm going to add onions. Now, if you have a child in your family that doesn't like onions, or even adult, don't put them on there. But you know what your family likes, so you'll know what to put on there or what to leave off. Sometimes you just need to add some things for flavor. And the onion does give it a great, great flavor. Okay, and then I'm going to add carrots. Carrots is good. You've got your vegetables on here. I'm gonna put the potatoes, so you'll have your starch on here, and then your protein. And let's see, now we have the potatoes. So we're gonna put a few potatoes on there. I love the red skin potatoes. And the skins have a lot of nutritional value, and so I make sure I always leave the skins on. And these are new potatoes. These are from a garden. So this is from one of the local produce places in like White Hill Produce. So that's where I got my potatoes from. And zucchini and squash. Okay, now, and I have zucchini here, and I'm gonna cut this up. And I'm not gonna add a lot, but I'm gonna add this to each one of them. And so basically you can make this meal very inexpensive. It cost me probably like $7.53 for the for 1.5 pounds of hamburger. And then I bought the cucumbers and the squash, not the cucumbers, but the squash and the zucchini. So I'm not gonna put much of the yellow squash on there, just a little bit. Now my mom used to add I told you we were gonna have fun. We had a rolling squash. Okay, we're gonna have some squash. Okay, and doesn't that look great already? All right, so we're gonna try to make sure everything is close together and on top of the meat. Okay, and another thing you can do, and what I'm going to do now is just add a little bit more of this Johnny seasoning. And this actually has onions, it has salt, it has pepper, it has paprika, and a little bit of garlic and onion salt in it also. I use this on steaks. It is just absolutely the best thing. Gives a good seasoning. But another thing you can do with this is, just fold this up and I'll tell you. But this is gonna be easy. So you take the edges, you fold it up, then you fold the edges up. And so if you wanted to do this a day ahead of time, just go ahead and fold them up and put them in the refrigerator, and then when you get home, all you have to do is stick it in the oven. And this is one of my favorite meals we used to have at home. I absolutely loved it. And since then, I have done pork chops, and I've taken the pork chops and put vegetables on top of it, and add a little bit of brown sugar and a slice of pineapple. And you're talking about a really good meal. You've got everything right here as soon as you open it up. But the pork chop is good, and I've done chicken also. You can do chicken that way, especially if you're in a hurry. And most of the time, in today's society, it takes mom and dad both working. And so when you get home, you don't have a lot of time to prepare. So we've got 4 meals here, and then you can have a roll with it, and you've got dinner. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it took me just little time to do this. And now I'm gonna get a pan, and I'm gonna put these on the pan. I'm gonna put it in the oven for 1 hour, 350 degrees, and let it set a few minutes when you take it out, and I'll show you the end results in a few minutes. Okay, all right, this is our recipe for today. Just took it out of the oven. It's cooked for 1 hour at 350 degrees, and this is our Hobo Dinner. And it has your hamburger, it has onions, carrots, potatoes, and a little bit of basil, and your seasoning, and a little bit of zucchini. So please, thank you so much for following us for today's new recipe, and like and share. And then also tomorrow I'm going to do a recipe from our cookbook, Miss Lacy's cookbook. And I'll tell you what page it's on, and you can follow the recipe as we do it tomorrow. and have a great day. And remember, you can do all things through Christ